Michael.
Hello, friend. Hello, Ned. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Figures Not Included.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for joining us for another amazing episode.
I like your fake voice, your fake announcer voice.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good one, Michael. It's a good one. I should
You
use
really
it more often.
good, especially at the store. That's how you talk to
This is how
customers when
welcome to Hidden Temple Toys.
you move around like a country bear jamboree.
It's like those animatronics.
Yeah.
Especially like the little holographic people that move around in Jurassic Park. Talk to you like every stage. And this is our Hot Toys section.
I
We have a
think
load of all our great products.
you should have like a bunch of holograms by every section in the store of you.
No, I think that'd be really cool. They're doing that kind of tech. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I know. And then you could just be in the back room in your underwear, just pulling all the pulleys and everything.
Yeah, like we talked last time about like the AI Stan Lee.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit in the back and just let a bunch of AI me's kind of
Yeah.
help people at the store.
You're the Wizard of Oz, your tidy whitey.
I like it. I don't even have to wear pants. That's where I just sit behind the desk.
You go with pants and you take them right off when you go in your office. So
Comfy.
super comfy is a way to do it. Hope you're all comfortable watching us, listening to us here on Figures Not Included. So happy to be doing this with you, Ned, and to be talking toys as we always do. Fun stuff planned for today, fun stuff planned for the week, but I want to ask you about how your weekend was. What was going on in the shop?
We had a really great weekend. It was actually the 50th anniversary Railroad Days celebration spectacular in Selma, North Carolina. It was really fun. I was looking forward to it. They always do a good, just festival, and this year was no exception. They had a carnival. They had food trucks, they had a parade, they had musicians, they had vendors, they had all sorts of really fun stuff. Yeah, so we got to get our eat on. We got our street tacos, we got our burnt ends, some really great food trucks and delicious stuff. I was telling you earlier, the one thing I missed out that for some reason didn't make it back this year was the pickle lemonade. And man, I hope that they'll come back the following year because that was fabulous. Have you ever had pickle lemonade, Michael?
I'm bewildered by pickle lemonade. Tell me about it.
You're missing out, man. You're missing out.
Explain it to me.
Well, it's pretty much lemonade with pickles in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know that delicious pickle juice? Hey, you see?
With his mustache, it looks like someone that does like pickle juice.
Yeah, you look like the bad guy from Paw Patrol.
Yeah. I look like
Mere Humdinger.
Humdinger. I do tend to be a real humdinger sometimes. So
and a soggy bottom.
That too. If you think my mustache up top is something, you should see the bottom one. That brown stash, like lipstick. Yeah, that sounds great. It sounds like you had a real.
It was a blast, and it was a great way to kick off the new shop. When we opened originally, we opened the weekend of the Railroad Days Festival, and so it's just a really fun kind of full circle to come back with Hidden Temple 2.0 and open like the week before, or fully open anyway, the week before, or actually just a few days before, the 50th anniversary festival for Railroad Days. So
yeah,
that was awesome. That really was really good. People were so nice. People loved the store. We got so much great, how do you say, exposure,
actually expose yourself.
Yeah, we were just like so exposed, and so many people got to see all our goodies and bits.
Yeah, and the toys.
And the toys.
And it was like it was the official store's opening.
Yeah,
and
really like that was it. That was the big one,
Yeah.
And like I said, there's still little things we're ironing out. We still haven't managed to pick up all our mess and completely get everything squared away. But, we gotten to the point where we're just kind of like, we did it. Let's take a break. No more hard work. And so, we're slacking off this a little bit. when it
Well, you're
comes to
so winded,
organizing.
man, from like doing the sprint to the opening, and
Yeah,
now,
yeah. We just kind of been settling into doing kind of like the normal day to day routine.
yeah,
And so, and just a couple little things that we have to finish off. But for the most part, man, it's looking good.
love it.
Looking real good.
Looking real nice. I kind of look like the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, or that I sell Persian rugs on the side.
That's more likely.
That's more like it. Yeah, that'd be
You
my.
look like a street vendor in the bazaar.
I do. Well, I'll be there for his toy bazaar whenever you open that one next. So,
Yeah, you can be my front man for Ahmed Toy Bazaar.
well, I'll be your front man for Hot Toy News. Let's just get to it, shall we?
Yeah, do it.
We love our festivals, we love our cons, we love our toy stores, we love our meetups, but when there's something really cool, we got to talk about it. This
Talk
was
about
one
it.
of, well, we're talking about it right now, and it's one of the things that I wasn't prepared for. When WonderFest is something that happened in Shanghai and it looked really awesome. I mean, you were telling me you're going to send me to China, and this would have been the reason to go.
I kept telling you, Michael, but you just never listened to me.
The WonderFest stuff was incredible. If you guys don't know, WonderFest just showed off a bunch of amazing toys. It was primarily from InArt and LPZZ, which is now UPF, which they might change their name next month or next year. Who knows? But it doesn't change
That's,
the quality of their figures, which look absolutely.
that's one of the interesting things about you know, third party companies. They're like, P. Diddy in the 90s, It's like changing your name, every 5 minutes.
I don't think they want to be compared to P Diddy right now.
Well, you
So
know what I mean? Puff Daddy, Pizzy Diddy, whatever it is end up being,
Diddler, yeah.
Diddler.
Maybe
Turkish
like
oil
Prince,
wrestler.
Prince, like the artist formerly known
Yeah,
as
Prince did it
LPZZ.
too. They just saying a lot of name changes going on in the 90s, early 2000s. So I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
but not a lot of
taking
lawsuits.
taking
So
out of it.
yeah.
What about you, Michael? You're gonna change your name? What would it be? Hit us with your new street name.
Oh, Bartholomew, the
Okay, okay.
the rapscallion. What about you?
Huh? I was thinking something like Figaro.
Figaro. Yeah,
You know?
I like that one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
right. The toy collector formerly known as Figaro.
Figaro with the rapscallion.
Figaro and the Rapscallion.
Let's go through a few of these right now. I think we start off with some DC, because it feels like that's the one that these companies, UPF, LPZZ, whatever they're called. Let's say LPZZ, which is what we know them as right now, but they're also called UPF, and then InArt. They're going hard, man, on DC. I believe this is LPZZ. Yeah, so this is, and they're making a lot of the same stuff too. So you're kind of we're in this world where it's like, oh, like it's kind of like how Figure Arts and Mayfix were doing their own thing, but these feel very similar. But these
Mm.
figures look amazing. So you have your Batfleck Batman. The sculpting on this looks absolutely incredible. Same for your Batman, this is the Arkham Asylum version, which just looks so cool.
I thought you were gonna say like Ben Affleck's, physique.
Oh, I mean, I've seen him up close, and he's got a pretty nice physique. So,
Really?
uh,
I saw
um,
some of the
uh,
pictures.
well, you see, well, you need
With his giant, what was it?
Phoenix tattoo. Well, I think that's what it is. Like if you pop, like it needs an alternate deluxe version where you pop off the torso and you have the big bear Phoenix back Ben Affleck that you can pop on. So
You should get a tattoo of Ben Affleck as a phoenix on your back, Michael.
my tattoo would be the picture of Ben Affleck staring out into the beach where you can see his Phoenix tattoo. That's what I want. I want that tattoo.
That's a good one.
I think that's really good. It
I
tells
know the people that can do it for you, Michael.
I know. It tells a whole story, really. Absolute Batman, which is absolutely crazy to do something that mammoth. You have a Catwoman from the Arkham Knight game. You have your Arkham Knights. You got your Hush figures, man. They're doing Hush. They're doing. You love your Hush. What does
I'm
it do
telling you,
for you?
man, Shanghai WonderFest made me super anxious, super nervous because I'm like, am I gonna have to upgrade all my figures now? I
Yep.
have like I love Batman. I like all his iterations. I love the Rogues Gallery. I love the Bat Family. So I have a lot of these figures.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I doing? These are gonna look so amazing, and I'm gonna like have to have them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a very,
A
very slippery
disaster.
rabbit hole.
I mean, look at that thing, dude.
I'm
I
saying
mean,
they're
it
beautiful.
looks.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're really nailing it on some of these sculpts. I mean, I wanna see obviously, these are a lot of prototypes, but, we saw the quality, like we're saying in our they've only done the one Batman so far,
Well,
but
this is
they're amazing.
LPZZ. This is
Well, yeah, I
UPS.
was I was just saying in general, like,
Oh,
those companies, because LPCZ
right.
hasn't really put much out right now except for what,
Yeah,
1 or 2
it's just the
figures?
one. It's just the Arkham. Well, they've done. Yeah, it's just the Arkham, the Batman Arkham Knight
Yeah,
version.
I'm saying, these companies are just starting out. They've given us like 1, maybe 2 pieces so far. They've been stellar, So we
Yeah.
wanna see if they're gonna continue that, and it's I mean, so far so good. What we've seen already production-wise, in hand have been amazing, and if these, prototypes come anywhere close to what we've seen them capable of, it's gonna be all hell's gonna break loose, Michael.
I mean, what do you do at that point, right? It's like we thought it was Mayfex, we thought it was Figuarts. Those were the import companies you go for, and now you have this whole slew of InArt, UPF, and then like not just them too. And we'll just go to another one before. Blockies is doing some amazing stuff as well, which
It
that
seems
is also super surprising.
It
I mean, they
seems
have.
that every time I flip through the internet, Blockies has a new franchise. I
Yeah.
just saw that they announced Star Wars. They're doing a whole wave of, like, Mandalorian figures,
Yep. Yep.
They
Yep.
put out some more Naruto figures that look amazing. They did, Kurama, in a big scale, looks amazing. We're getting all the Marvel stuff. We're getting the Marvel Rival stuff. I mean, really cool, and it's like, yeah, I think this is I don't know, maybe Blockies is gonna be like the next Funko Pop?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna want a little piece of it.
Right, and they're still, they have that blocky style, right? So they are action figure, but they do look very square like. Have you seen a
Yeah,
lot of their
like a
figures?
naked body.
Mhm.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You're dinged
Uh,
up.
I cracked myself up, Michael.
You're a real asshat. You're a real asshat, Figaro. Let's go to InArt. Let's move on to there. InArt has some crazy stuff. The Joker here from the Dark Knight trilogy. It looks insane. The sculpt
Amazing.
looks so good. This one I think really got you going. It made you feel stuff inside.
Oh, yeah, I felt like a baby boy again, being born as I saw this because it is I mean, if this turns out the way I'm hoping it's gonna be the best Superman. I mean, it's Alex Ross, Kingdom Come, Justice, whatever Superman,
Yeah,
fantastic. He's just the ideal Superman. He's like the older, more stoic, powerful Superman. And, it's just a great representation of the character. And so to capture it with a company the way they've been doing it,
yeah.
it's gonna be insane.
The likeness that they do on these figures. If you have the Dark Knight, the Christian Bale from InArt, it's outstanding. The likeness is so good. So they're doing that with these kind of characters. That's gonna be really exciting. So you do have a lot of DC stuff. That's kind of like what they're really gravitating towards, which is cool. I mean, Deathstroke is basically out now. Is starting to trickle in to people, which looks absolutely killer. Again, you have more of your movie stuff from Battinson and Batfleck, and then continuing with Dark Knight, you have your Catwoman as well. Bruce Lee's in there if you want a little Bruce Lee action. There's just like a whole smorgasbord of stuff here. Is there anything that really, really, besides Alex Ross, really like tickled that pickle of yours?
Honestly, they're all amazing. I mean, look at some of these, game IPs and just, I don't even know where some of the stuff is from. Look at that wolf right there.
Yeah.
Holy moly, they are just killing it. I mean, I'd love to see more of these, and more of like wherever they're getting these ideas and franchises from. It looks fantastic. I want them to dip more into like anime and more comic book stuff. A lot of the pop, iconic lines would be amazing to see because just the quality of these figures and just the way that they're able to, I don't know, create these dynamic, amazing, super detailed characters, and it makes it like it feels like this is the next level of toys. It's
That's
like
what I was gonna ask you. Yeah, does it feel like this is the next step in action
feels like
figures?
they've taken everything all the knowledge that's been kind of accumulated over the last, 20, 30 years in toys, and they've started to make these incredibly, amazing sculpture-like toys that are fully, posable, and that's crazy, I mean, compared to the toys we had growing up, the little 5 point, Superman from the Superpowers line,
Mhm.
even like the DC classics, Four Horsemen, Superman, and Batman, that were really, really awesome at the time. I mean, these things just look, it's like video games. It's like now looking back, it looks like those old Toy Biz figures were like 8-bit,
Yeah.
pixel art. And when we went to like 16-bit, and now these things are looking like the graphics today. It's like these like real Unreal Engine,
Yeah, it's
AOS or
really
whatever,
unrealistic
running
figures.
on these incredible,
I mean, look
high
look at
detail.
the detail of this paint. It's
Yeah.
it's it's
It's
so
like
good.
you rip Tom Hardy out of the movie and in 6-inch figure form, and you can put them on your shelf. You can move them around, pose them, do whatever you want. I mean,
Yeah.
that's insane. I remember, like, we talked a lot about the NECA Ninja Turtles, the movie ones. There was nothing like those when we, were kids and we watched the movie originally. Playmates made movie turtles, but, I mean, they were nothing compared to the NECA Ninja Turtle movie figures,
No,
and
nothing.
you look at those, you're like, "Wow, this looks like right out of the movie," and that took
Mhm.
forever, and, it was like the pinnacle of Ninja Turtle, toys.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into this with all these other franchises where you're just getting these incredibly detailed and amazing articulation and just fantastically designed characters, and it blows my mind. I'm excited for the future of toys. I think people realize, this is a big business, and it's worth investing and doing something really incredible.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Does it feel like this is the next step? This is like turning the page on this is a whole new avenue of toys that we haven't seen before, that there's so many different companies getting into the game because it is such a booming business.
I think so. You see it, all these companies want a little piece of the pie. A lot of these overseas
This
companies that have a
Batman looks
lot
so
of like,
cool, by the way. Sorry.
what happened?
Oh, this Batman right here looks
Oh,
insane
I
too
mean,
from
yeah,
there.
look at 'em. Chonky, right out of the Dark Knight, Returns books. I mean, how incredible is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like these companies, they're able, and with the technology and 3D, modeling, and just the advancement in materials and 3D printing and all these kind of things, I think people have been able to hone their skills a lot better than they've ever been in the past, and
Mhm.
they're able to get these incredible things. I'm wondering what domestic toy companies are going to start doing when it seems like all these third party foreign companies are just doing stuff that we haven't seen the likes. It's like Japanese anime in the 80s and 90s compared to like
Yeah.
American cartoons
Yeah.
in the same era. It's
Yep.
like they're like, whoa.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. Like the 80 90 cartoon, then when you first discover anime, you're like, oh my God, they're doing this over there. And it's
Mhm.
so insane how great that is. And that's what it feels like. It's that kind of feeling.
Yeah, it
So,
reminds me of like when I mean, everyone was a huge fan of the 90s X-Men cartoon, right? And it had that
yeah.
incredible opening with the incredible song. But then someone took, a Japanese anime, version of the intro and put it to the American music, and it literally, like, fried everybody's brain because it was just too much to compute,
Yeah.
and I feel like the toys are heading in this direction where we've been really happy with the stuff that a lot of these, more common big companies like Hasbro and Mattel and, companies that have been in the toy business forever. But just with the, like I'm saying, the accessibility now for people to design and create, and just technology advancing so much, being able to put together these amazing figures. And so, yeah, I see this as a huge turning point for toys.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's insane what they're doing over there. And look, there's definitely love for a bunch of other stuff as well. Let's go look at some Meditoy stuff. They're going all in, just like Joy Toy is with Ninja Turtles. I mean, you got a massive leather head. You got this really cool Mikey that was an exclusive over there. But yeah, you got like their own style of how they're doing Ninja Turtle, which is also like super exciting. A Slash. There's a couple
I mean,
more over here, which
some of
looks
these
so.
characters just incredible though. They've been redesigned, you know,
Look at the
and
Shredder.
I love it. It's just the same kind of thing. It's like when someone takes something and just kind of like takes it to the next level. The design element is just improves and dialed up to 10,
Yeah.
and you're getting these incredible renditions of these characters, and it's really really fun to see. And you're like, wow, I never knew these characters could be even cooler than they've already have been made, and now they're like just it makes you want to buy all of these things.
Yeah, like this one, look, like this Daredevil, which looks really cool. This whole sort of like has like a Marvel rival style, which I mean,
Yeah,
it
kind of like
works.
a samurai version of them.
Yeah, 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 a little bit too. A sidebar on this one. There was an artist that said this company stole his design.
Ooh,
It's hard, like
scandalous.
it's scandalous, right? And this was an artist that did their own version of Daredevil, but you don't technically own the character. So then it becomes in a weird place of if you do draw something that is unique and there's a third party company or even not even a third party, like a fourth party, and they make this figure. I mean, again, these are just prototypes, things they put out there. It might not even be made. I mean,
Right,
it's like there's so many licensing issues when it comes to knockoff figures or knockoff characters. That's why NR and UPF can make all those because they do have a license with DC. So then it's like, okay, so then it is actually going to be made. But regardless, it's in a weird gray area. Well, you are taking someone's art and making it into a product, but they don't necessarily own the likeness to that character.
right. And like I would say, if this was like someone's own artistic, creation, and someone took it, but the fact that it is somebody else's IP that they're using,
Mhm.
to illustrate, I
Right.
understand what that means. It's kind of like you say, and I'm pretty sure this goes a lot with like just artists in general, like comic book artists. Let's say like Jim Lee, everybody's doing like the Hush figures. Is
Yeah.
Jim Lee getting a cut of like every figure that looks, that's rendered from his artwork? I don't know, maybe,
Right.
but I doubt it. And
Right.
then it's like, and these are people that actually, have like legitimate claims to these characters because he was paid, hired by DC to do these books, you know. But at the end of the day, DC owns all that stuff, So it's
Yeah.
really them. It's not really the artist stuff anymore. And so I don't know where they took his artwork, maybe from his own page or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a third party company that isn't really filing any sort of copyright rules. So at the end of the
Mhm.
day, what can you do?
Yeah, at that point, it's sort of free game, I guess. When you do put that stuff out there, it like you're not gonna get maybe you'll get noticed, but it's not your property necessarily. Like if you're an artist as well, if you did your own unique take on Ninja Turtles, what rights do you have when it comes to someone else making a product? What if someone saw it and they actually work for whomever? If they work for whoever does Ninja Turtle with not I mean who does Ninja Turtles now?
Playmates,
Play no, but like the comic, who does the comics for
IDW.
IDW? Yeah, exactly. IDW. Sorry. It's like so someone that worked at IDW started making their own version of Ninja Turtle that was basically based off your art.
Yeah.
How does
I mean,
that?
like, I think there's a thing there where
I
it's
mean
just
that
kind of
that
like
feels like theft in a way.
yeah, and there's, like, proper channels you can follow up with that, you're like, "Okay, these are legit companies that run in, America that you can actually be like, hey, I'm protected under these laws in the country."
Mhm.
But when it comes to, foreign, you know, uh, companies making stuff that don't necessarily have to follow any sort of,
Yeah,
copyright law that
railroad laws, yeah.
governed by, US, um, entities, there's nothing you can really do about it.
Right, right. Well, speaking of those kind of things, 6 Inch Plus is or also at Shanghai at the WonderFest, and they
Hold
saw
on,
some.
Michael, hold on. Let me ask you a question before we
Yes, sir.
move on.
Okay.
If one day you're scrolling through the website and you see, Shanghai WonderCon next year, and you see an action figure that looks exactly like you. I mean, they went all out. Looks, I mean, perfect rendering of you in
Right.
battle pose. Every detail's there. You look amazing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to go after them,
Well,
or you just be like, "Damn, I want my own toy. I'm gonna just buy it."
I'd like at least send me a free copy. If you're gonna make my action
No, they
figure,
tell you to go jump off a cliff.
that seems excessive.
I'm
But
just saying, what would you do? Like, they're like, "Nope, we don't want anything to do with you. These are our Mikey figures, and we're selling them."
I mean, at that point, I feel like I gotta step in and do something.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna, like, John Wick it and, like, go over to wherever?
Yeah. What power do I have to go over
That's
there
what I'm
to John
asking.
Wick and go beat them up? Exactly. Yeah, that's what
That's
I'm
all
gonna
I can see you doing, because other than that, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Michael?
do. You do nothing.
There's gonna be a lot of foreign children playing with your likeness, ma making them all do all sorts of weird things during bath time.
I hope I'm very nimble though. At least that in the action figure, it gotta be super
Yeah, yeah, I'm
fluid.
telling you, they went every detail they got right. I mean,
Every
super
nook,
comfortable.
every crack, every roll.
You The Michael figure has to be able to the Van Damme split, if not, it's not
Yeah,
accurate.
it's not accurate. I used to be
Um,
able to do splits. You saw me.
I know, that's why I'm saying it.
We were at a Larry's wedding, and I went buck wild, and
You
I did a
did,
split, and I tore my pants.
you did, everything fell out. It
Everything
was
fell
quite
out.
the show.
I know, it was like a trap door,
Yeah,
just like everything flew out.
yeah, nobody was even mad, everybody's
It
impressed.
was like exactly. They were like, "Wow."
That's amazing.
But
Alright, sorry,
I
go
don't know what I
on,
would
go
do.
on.
But yeah, you're kind of sort of you're screwed because what can you do unless you have the sort of the resources to do something
Yeah, I
about
guess
it?
you have to have a long reach.
Let's see what Marvel does with 6-inch plus, but I don't know if these are officially licensed figures that they're doing. But I know they're selling them on different websites. I think like 6-inch plus is selling stuff. I'm very curious. I don't know if I don't have that information at the ready right now, but they're doing some awesome stuff. So you got your Punisher over here in his camo, which looks super badass. You got your Commando Snake Eyes, which I do love. I do love this look quite a bit, and you also have the other alternate head. This shredder looks outstanding, super cool.
Definitely
Uh,
need to get list.
yeah, that is just like almost like translating the cartoon into a realistic place, which looks awesome. You got a Thanos, you got a Thor, which looks super cool. But my favorite was not this one,
That
was
was
this
it.
one. No, it was this Hulk, this Green Hulk, and they're also actually selling the whole stand here,
Oh,
which
wow.
is really fascinating. Yeah, which I
Is
love.
it separate, or it
It's
comes with the figure?
no, it's a separate piece you have to buy. So, but I think it's going to be made available to purchase, which is
Yeah, I like
completely
that.
cool.
I like companies that are doing, like, dioramas that you can buy if you really want it?
Hmm.
It gives you, like, a whole other dimension to your figure.
Yeah, exactly. And so I love that they're doing that. I just, I just wonder if it's going to be something that you know it's actually like they're under different names, so it's not called Hulk. It's not called those things. Or maybe they do call it Hulk. I'm very curious. So I'm very curious how it's all going to work. But they look badass. That's all basically I want to talk about. Red Hulk. So you got all shades of Hulk, 50 Shades of Hulk, which looks super cool. You got your Planet Hulk, which I think looks awesome. It also brings a throne, which again you can buy separately with a figure, and then you have your Gray Hulk, your classic Hulk. Uh,
Classic look.
love it, love it, love it, love it. Any of these really stand out to you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, the Hulk is amazing. Everyone look for, the quintessential Hulk figure,
Yeah.
and some of these look like I mean, look at that Hulk. I mean, it looks perfect. I would love, these are just the images, but I would love to get this in hand, mess with it compared to some of the other ones, because it just looks like it would be, probably one of the best Hulks, on
Yeah.
the shelf,
Yeah.
because it looks fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks really cool. Here's another little video that they posted 6 inch of just sort of the superhero pose. You can get the Hulk in.
I'm like the way that the joints are done and everything, it's amazing, you know? It's like this is what I'm talking about, you know, figures that look fleshy, they look the muscles stay together. It just how cool is that? I mean, these are things that we won't even think possible. We're like, "Oh, it's gotta have a joint. What are you gonna do about it?" You know, blah, blah, blah. And now they're making figures that everything seems so seamless, so realistic. It's just awesome.
And just fun. So, like, I mean, the big thing is they again, yeah, it's seamless, has a realistic, also meshes with the comic look as well, but it's a fun figure to pose and play with, and they're hitting at all the levels when it comes to that, checking off all the boxes.
Yeah, it really feels like they're making figures for adults, you know, like the quality that an adult would want in something, you know? You know,
Yeah.
when you're a little kid, you look at something, you just want whatever it is, you know, you don't really care, if it's, like, perfect, if it has a dent in it or not a dent, if it you know, like little kids are, they just want what they want. But as
Yeah.
an adult, you're much more discerning. You're like, "Oh, I want it to be, you know you know, perfectly, seamless and,
Mhm.
it has the proper articulation. I want it to be able to hit these specific poses. I want the scopes and the paint apps to be, precise and
Yep.
pristine." And like they're hitting all that stuff now. They're like, yes, boom, boom, boom. It's like we were happy if like one of our figures' eyes weren't like painted up here, or like the mouths are painted off to the side, and now we're just getting these like incredibly detailed, almost photorealistic characters.
Yeah, it's insane what they're able to do. I mean, all these different companies doing their own thing, and I am just excited to see those figures in hand, what they feel like, because I already have one in art. I have one LPZZ, and they're great figures. So, and those figures are the first versions that those companies are making. So you just expect them to get better and better and better as time moves on. Are you in a place where you're like, okay, I have to get though like that, like this company is going to get my money?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am in that place. I'm just excited for what they're doing, and I like that they're doing a lot of like the classic characters that we would love to have a representation. Like right now, my mind is like I'm gonna collect like the main characters. I want to get like a Batman and a Hulk and a Spider-Man or whatever they come up with. And I like to have them all, and not really like concerned about like am I gonna collect everyone from all the lines, but I'm just gonna probably grab the cool ones that I like.
Right.
But it's a scary, thought because then I'm like, "Well, what if they just keep making more and more?" And then, like, I'm slowly, buying everything I've already purchased,
Mhm.
and, like, my collection just becomes, out of hand. But on the other hand, I'm like, "I don't know, maybe do I get rid of a lot of the older stuff and just focus on these new incredible figures?" Think about it. If you got rid of what would you do, Michael? If someone says, you can delete every figure you've bought and that you have, and then over time you can replace them all with in art or LPZZ stuff and get like these versions of everything. Are you hitting that button, or are you like so enamored with your other characters?
Jamming it,
You're
jamming it,
jamming
jamming
hard.
it, jamming until my finger falls off. It's when there's a top tier quality figure, you're already like, okay, I want all of them. I want all of these Storm Street Fighter figures. If MDLX did a fully dedicated Mega Man X line, I would get all of them just because they are superior figures. Those are quintessential top figures. With figure arts, they're doing also it's the style of stuff, right? So if figure arts is doing something that's very Capcom, uh uh it's just like it imitates a Capcom style so perfectly, I'm going to gravitate toward that versus something that doesn't really do that for me, because that's a style that I personally love. If I'll have to wait and see what InArt and what LPZZ does, but for me, those versions feel like ultimate versions. But then some company down the line you never heard of is going to make another version that feels even superior to that,
It's
and
pretty
then
amazing if you think about what
it's
you're
just a
saying.
cycle that we're in when it comes to action figures.
Think about it. Where do you get to the point where it's like, how much further can you possibly go? I kind of feel like in graphics, we kind of like hit that for a little bit because it's like it used to be like every iteration of a new console, the graphics just like doubled. They were like so much better. And then
Yeah.
eventually we started slowing down in how incredible they've gotten, you know? And
Right.
then the last couple, it just feels like we're just seeing the same thing, maybe with minor enhancements here and there, you know?
Right.
There's always little improvements, but I don't know, it feels like you get to a point where you really don't have that much room to improve anymore just because there isn't much more to go on at the time.
Right. At this point, it becomes like the efficiency of how the games run, as opposed to the graphical upgrade and the graphic update.
It'll become like, well, how much more flexible is it? How much more posable is it? How much more realistic is it?
Mhm.
You know, how many what materials are we using to create that seamless, movement? And
Yeah.
I think that'll become the challenge for the companies because they're gonna get to the point where they're just, you know, top tier looking, it'll just be all the engineering of how to get it to function where the competition will really be.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, we got some domestic stuff, but we like our
What?
domestic
I
stuff. It's
love
okay.
it.
I love it. Let's move on to New York Comic Con. That is a day away. Basically, it's now. It's happening this week. I will be there on location, feet on the ground, covering everything for Figures Not Included. We got some interviews lined up. I'll be at some panels. I'm also going to demo a scary, spooky video game. So,
Whoa.
yeah. So I think they'll record that. So, we'll see what happens, how I hold up with
Gotta
that.
see that. I want to see you pee your pants.
Well, I don't think you want to see that,
I
but
do.
really do. um,
Pee your pants, Michael.
stop it!
What?
You sound like a creep.
No, for the scary game.
You're a real grade A creep right now. Figure out.
It'd be very hysterical to see a grown man pee himself.
Well, I won't be myself at Comic Con, so if you see me, say hello, and we can hang out and take some pictures.
Don't pee on him, though.
Don't pee on me. Please do not pee on me because I need to go buy some stuff. We got some stuff from Hasbro. They're actually going to be at the convention. In years past, they have a little display sometimes, but this time they're actually going all out, which is super exciting. So they're going to have their
Oh,
own booth and they're going to be selling some cool exclusives. One of which is something that you're actually really excited for, which is
oh,
the 2-pack of Mace Windu and Darth Sidious.
it's one of my favorite scenes from any Star Wars movie ever.
It
Ow,
yeah, exactly. That's the wrong one. Yeah, this one. Yes,
so
the
cheesy. Yes.
power is yours. The
Poor,
delicious
poor
cheese.
Mace. He gets done dirty. Hopefully, there's been rumors forever. We'll see him come back. He just kind of like landed on a space pod and didn't die.
How would that happen? His arm got sliced off. He got electrocuted and he got launched into the air. And he was in the center of Coruscant. Where would he land?
I
Like,
mean, look, think about it, Mike.
in
I
a
mean, I
space
think you're being a
pool?
little too
Just literal.
unrealistic here. I mean, it's like you haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies. So, first of all,
What?
how many people have been electrocuted in Star Wars movies? Like everybody gets electrocuted. Don't mean
Yeah,
shit.
but he got electrocuted. He
Everybody
got
got electrocuted. It doesn't mean nothing. Secondly, limbs. How many limbs have been flying around Star Wars for years? That doesn't mean nothing.
You're gonna see him come out in one of the new movies.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Exactly. That's literally what we're all waiting for. I mean, and did you not watch Attack of the Clones?
Yes.
What's his name? Anakin jumping around from pod car to pod car
Wizard.
in the middle of the movie.
Yes.
I
I
mean,
get
come
it.
on.
I get it.
There's some little
Yeah.
shuttle flying
Like,
around.
like it just feels like the suspension of disbelief just goes out
Are you serious?
out the pod bay door. You
That's just
know?
that like putting those two things together just makes me like ashamed of you right now. Your suspension of disbelief of Star Wars where little green frogmen battle
That
evil
was so
electrocuting
stupid.
wizards.
At a certain point, it's like how many times do you have to like show him killed? Like he looked very much like that looked like a death. That
Emperor
was death.
Palpatine returned, Mikey, after being incinerated.
Somehow. I mean, you could just put somehow Mace Windu returns. I get that solves everything.
There
Good
you
job,
go.
Star Wars.
Boom.
Good
You
job,
know?
Star Wars.
Exactly. That's
I'll just
Star
show up
Wars.
again. It's fine.
Go
It's
for
fine.
Papa Palpatine.
So I don't give a shit anymore. Whatever.
You know
Get
you'll be there to watch it, Mikey. You wanna see Samuel L. Jackson strut back up.
Samuel. I love that old Samuel.
Samuel.
Like he printed like Sam UL.
That should have been a
Sam
Jedi name.
U
Samuel.
L.
I love it.
Samwise Gamgee. um, Going to this 2-pack, does it just give you those good feelings from the movie? You're like, okay, I got to recreate that with these figures.
You know,
Nope.
out of all the scenes
All
to
right, next.
recreate, I don't know if this is one I would choose, but hey, here it is, and my I guess question is the quality of these figures. They done Mace in Black Series before a
Yeah.
couple times, couple iterations. So I don't know. Is this going to be like a upgrade to those figures? Are we going to see better articulation, better head sculpt?
Like we did with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and if that's what we're seeing, yeah, that's really cool. Same thing with the Emperor. I think a lot of people would like to have this version to do the battle with all the Jedi in the little office, little red
Yeah.
office where
Yeah.
what did they call them?
The Red
Emperor's
Office.
But anyway, that was like probably
The
the worst
Emperor's Boudoir.
the boudoir. It was probably the worst battle, Jedi fight I've ever seen in my life.
I hate it so much. I get so angry because here I want you to recreate Emperor Palpatine's moves from that battle.
What you're talking? What?
Well, because like it's all close up on him killing 3 Jedi.
Oh no, he's like, well, first he like spins around, he goes, and then he goes, and then he kills like 5 Jedi just doing that crap. It looks like a cartoon.
He does one where he's like,
Yeah.
he like is like orgasmic or something.
Yeah, it's like really bizarre. And
Yeah.
so yeah, not where everybody's hoping. And yeah, I've seen recently there's been like test footage of like other versions of that encounter where like there's actually a fight. The other Jedi actually fight, and it takes a little bit for him to kill them. But yeah, the way
like
it turned out in the final
just flailed. He's just and just, like it's so dumb. It's
these are Jedi. This wasn't like just regular Jedi. These are Jedi Masters just strode in there. And
even
freaking like I remember what was his name, East or whatever.
Yeah,
he just melts. He's like, and
I seen a Tauntaun put up more of a fight than those Jedi Knights. I mean, freaking Jet Lucas had a better fight scene than Kit Fisto.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know if they're just cutting the movie for time or what it was doing, but it was a disservice to it. I mean, these are things. I mean, this is the buildup. He's going to arrest the Sith Lord. The jig is up. Everybody knows now. They're there to take him, and they give us the lamest fight ever. I was like, that's not how you do it.
It's the best setup to the worst execution by far, because you're all hyped up like, oh, this is it, and like Samuel Jackson like really comes in and he delivers. He's hard ass and everything, and then it gets there, and then the lightsabers light up. You're like, oh, it's going down, and then
the worst.
And it's just the worst. Like, ooh,
I know, it's such a bad scene. You ever seen when they redid the Obi-Wan Kenobi Darth Vader from A New Hope fight? You've seen that? It's like a fan film. It's around the internet. And it's like they made that fight much more epic than it was. Always kind of make fun where they're just kind of like, kind of sort of fighting. But in the fan one, I'm sure you've seen it. It's just like epic battle. It's like, this is what the fight should have been, and they cut it into the movie, so it's like perfect. Someone needs to do that exact same thing with this fight. Mace Windu, the Jedi Masters, strutting into the office, and just a banger of a battle.
I'm gonna make a point here, and you're gonna hate me for it. I'm gonna go back to my idea of suspension of disbelief. With New Hope was very subtle with the way they would do things. It wasn't so grandiose like the prequel stuff when it came to all the Jedi Knights and all the battles and everything. Look, the fight's not great. It's not a great fight. That is for sure. It doesn't look that great. He kind of spins around like an old man and all that stuff. They could have shot it in a different way.
Hey, I'm not saying that they need to do like an Anakin, Obi-Wan, Mustafar fight or anything. Watch this one. The way they did it was like it was more in line with like like kind of Lucas originally did it with like the heavier feel for the
I
weapons.
just don't want it to look like a video game, you know?
It doesn't look like a video game. It's really good. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you because I don't think you're understanding.
Okay. All right. Fan film edits can take it too far sometimes,
But
you know?
this one doesn't. That's why it was so well received.
Okay. All right. I'm sure all the neckbeards loved it. I'm a neckbeard, so I don't know what I'm talking about. It's my people.
My people.
My people, my people. Let's move on. Let's go to classified. Pythona. Are you excited about Pythona?
I'm very excited about Python. Not a character that I'm super familiar with, but I dig it. I like her style. She seems like a fun, villainess. I'm a big fan of like Evil Lynn and characters like that. So I'm like, yeah, it's like the G.I. Joe version.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's fun. I definitely need to grab me one, Michael.
Okay, I'll make it so. So we're going
Better
for
do it, Mike.
Pythona. That will be done.
Why don't you come back with that one?
You'll leave your ass in Comic Con if you don't come back with that.
You
All
better
right.
live at that Javits Center, Michael.
Yeah, so it had some cool stuff. Excited that they're gonna have a booth, which is really exciting because they
I'm
had.
happy. I was
Hmm?
gonna say I'm happy that the companies are kind of not leaving New York Comic Con kind of as like a side piece. They're actually
Yeah,
attending. They're bringing things or exclusives. It feels like the last few years it's always just kind of been like the little stepchild brother or whatever you call it of
yeah,
San
to
Diego
all the
Comic
Comic
Con.
Cons. Yeah,
And so it's nice to see the big companies coming, bringing exclusives, and doing some other fun stuff here because I think a lot of people love it. Not everyone can go all the way out to San Diego, so it's nice to have something on the East Coast that people can attend to and also find really fun exclusive.
absolutely. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, speaking of which, Bandai, they had their Comic Con exclusive. They also have some really. I think these exclusives might be even better than the San Diego ones. I'm just gonna say it just because of one specific one, which it is a convention exclusive ish because it's also going to be at the Tamashi store. But you know what? I'm going to count it. Is the Son Goku and Dragon 60th anniversary edition set. That thing is because that was only overseas, right? So
Yeah,
it's not. It's not an exclusive because it's already out, but it is labeled an exclusive, and it's coming out
it's
just
an
because.
exclusive to me, Michael.
That's awesome. And also, you got your Super Saiyan Gogeta or Gogeta. I would say Velveeta.
It's Velveeta, Michael. Get it right. No, but the cool thing is that like you said, this was overseas. You had to order it, from some seller, you know, on the other side of the world. And so it's nice to have it come to us and people can purchase it here at the show or the Tamashi store. It's just a great way to spread the love and
For
people
the
to get
cheer.
really cool ones. Cause that's a really nice, it's a fun one. If you like Dragon Ball, I mean, that is an incredible piece. And then the other ones are just fun. I just love to see, other cool iterations of characters being delivered and then exclusives or whatever. It's
Yep.
fun. It just adds more excitement to everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Excited for that Dragon Ball set. Absolutely for that one. I'll say absolutely again because I absolutely love it. Another exclusive, and this one really, I think, got me going. Storm. They're going to be at Comic Con.
How
I'm very
exciting.
excited to see what Storm has on display, and they're going to have their own exclusive Ken. Yellow
Yeah,
Suit
see,
Ken.
I don't even think they had an exclusive at San Diego, did they?
Nope, they weren't even at San Diego.
Yeah, I think you said they were gonna be, and then they didn't end up being or whatever. Remember we talked about it?
I don't know, but I know that they're going to be at New York Comic Con, and I'm excited for that.
And
So,
they brought an exclusive. Holy
but
macaroni.
exclusive, man.
Another one on my must-have list, Michael. Do not fail me. Do what must be done.
Show no mercy.
You know the drill.
I know the drill, man. I know the drill. I want to go to GI Joe again because there's some figures they showed off that they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna have on display at New York Comic Con, but they are gonna talk about them at their panel Also, again, Storm. I'm so excited for Storm. Jada's not going to be at New York Comic Con, which is very disappointing. I was really hoping they would be there, especially that Capcom is going to have their own panel and they'll be talking about some cool things. I don't know if they're going to do any like
Yeah,
versus
that's a
stuff,
bit of
but
a letdown. You
yeah,
gotta look at
yeah,
June
for
after
sure. They
what
were there last year, and it was great to see, and I had an awesome time with June. But unfortunately, we might have to wait for next year.
ask them why. We wanna know. We just wanna know what the reasoning was.
I think it's also really expensive. It's and the fact that Jada is also California based, it's easier for them to do those kind of things. Like we did WonderCon. They were at WonderCon. They were at San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, going
So
across country, it's a little pricey to bring
it's a little,
all their
a little tough. It's a
stuff.
little
I get it, I get it. Hey,
but
but if they're a big company, man, they gotta represent.
yeah, exactly. Let's go back to GI Joe really quick. They showed some cool stuff that they're also going to talk about at Comic Con. You got your Lifeline. You excited for a
Classic
classic
character.
Lifeline?
What?
Are you excited for a classic Lifeline?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't one of my favorite characters, but he's a classic
Yeah.
one. I think
Mhm.
people are gonna enjoy him.
Sure. Why not? Whatever. You also have this is a mole rat, but stage 2, so you have a more grotesque, which is kind of cool.
What's the difference? Like, I can't tell what the difference between this one and the
I
original one
think
is.
it's just the head and maybe some of the weapons, but it might just be the same sort of thing. So this is the one I
That's
was.
it.
So that's the
That's
one.
it. That's the one.
We're done. We made it.
We have been talking about Night Viper for a while. This was one of the ones I had growing up. I'm sure we had lots of fun uh gameplay with these figures, Michael.
Oh yeah.
And to have him here in 6 inch, yes, I am on board.
I
Turn
am
off the
so
lights, Michael.
turn off the lights and pull out your Night Viper. We're gonna have a good time.
We'll have the Night Vipers.
I love that one. I love Night Viper. It's such a cool version they're doing. Really, really nicely done.
He's so cool.
Him and then what was the other one that I liked a lot? The Desert Scorpion.
Yeah, he's coming too. He's coming.
Yeah, I really need that one. So
Let's go back, Mikey. Let's say you were a kid and someone gave you night vision goggles like this guy had. What
mhm.
were you been doing?
I'll be creeping around for sure, like a rat.
Well, you've been known as the neighborhood night stalker,
Yeah, it would be
night rat.
the Night Stalker. I mean, I don't know what would be the real use of night vision besides being a creep.
Really, there's no other thing you can think of than being a creep, huh? That's crazy.
What would you use them for?
Just imagine with night vision goggles, it's like you're in the daytime. You can go play basketball. You can throw a frisbee. You know,
I just imagine you with night vision throwing a frisbee against a wall. Like, what are you
but
throwing
hey, you can have
frisbee
outdoor
to?
fun with it. You can go on a hike. You can
So many activities. You can play
see all like
basketball
the
by
awesome
yourself,
like
throw a
nighttime
frisbee
animals
by
you never get
yourself.
to see. Yeah, man, I get myself a little hiking stick, go through the forest, check out all the raccoons and
You're gonna
snakes.
get bit by some bugs. You can't
Oh,
see it.
because you'll be able to see them, Michael. You get bit because you can't see them at night.
You're still gonna get bit. You're gonna fall in the ditch, and you're just gonna have your night vision goggles blaring out while you're just.
Hey, it's better than ending up in jail because you've been peeping.
True, but you don't need night vision goggles for that. So, I mean, maybe sometime actually it would be useful in prison. So, we found the use for them in prison.
You're killing me,
Let's
Michael.
hope it doesn't go that way. And then one more GI Joe reveal. You got your boy Big Lab. Big Lab. Let me bring him up here.
Big lob.
Big Lob
Big lob. Oh yeah, this was the
from the
yes,
movie.
the movie characters. Yes, these were
No.
based off of real sports players, right? Like the fridge.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know if Big Lob was based off a
Yeah,
real
that was
basketball
somebody.
player.
I can't remember who though. It's been
Let's
such a
find
long.
out. Let's see if our crack research team can provide that information.
Is it goo and goal?
I don't think Big Lob was based off a real person.
Oh, I guess I was just thinking of the other one. ice. What's it called? Like the fridge. What was it
Yeah,
called?
the Fridge Perry, William the Fridge
Yeah,
Perry.
he was a football player. I don't know. Maybe I
Yeah,
just thought this was
yeah.
also based off an actual NBA player.
Yeah. No, I don't think he is. So he doesn't have the same hair, but it's his own version, which is cool. I mean, look, that's cool. Like if you want to complete the movie collection, here you go. So
You think
this
he's
is,
gonna be taller than the other Joes?
he looks taller. I can already tell by the legs. He looks taller.
That'd be interesting, right?
I think he's going to be taller. They make. I mean, I think they make things in scale, but you can't really tell. They all feel like the same size. I have to imagine he's going to be taller. So
That'd be fun.
yeah, I mean, you do play with scale, like bigger figures and everything. So I
What if they
think
just took like a starting lineup like they did with the Gambit, and they just
no, it's like the worst torso articulation you've ever seen.
just put him in G.I. Joe attire?
They have a jersey on him, so I think this is like its own individual skull. They didn't just reuse an old
I don't
starting
know. I'm
lineup
feeling
thing.
that underneath that jersey is the,
It's gonna be
is the
busted.
starting lineup figure.
You know what they do need to do, and this is a figure that I don't think it was ever actually was he in the, he must have been in the comic book, but not in the cartoon at all. Let me bring him up right here. Is Rocky Balboa,
Oh, they gotta make this figure, man.
right?
They gotta make this figure. I wonder how much this one goes for. I would love to get an original.
Probably like $100, something around there.
Get it for me, Michael.
Why? I don't think you need that one so
I
bad.
want it.
Just leave it alone, all right? You're getting too needy.
Hey,
Getting
dude,
too
what's up with that weapon? Like, what was the idea behind that? It's like, okay, he needs some sort of like, weapon that kind of represents,
boxing,
Rocky.
right?
Let's
Rocky
just take a stick.
with two
But with,
gloves
like,
on.
two boxing gloves on each end. Oh yeah, that's gonna make this toy amazing.
It's gonna make them pop. No one's
Man,
gonna,
I'd love to
mess
see
with
it
that
fly
guy.
on the wall at those early toy development meetings. Oh, insane.
It's so good. I mean, it'll have to be exactly like this with that weapon. Like that's the only way you gotta
I
do
guess. I mean, I want a 1-1 replica of that weapon. I want to mess
it.
around at the store with that and just going around knocking people down with it.
Poof. Yeah, like it starts touching.
Hey, nothing's over. Just give me something to drink. Pow.
If they start touching stuff they're not supposed to, like, hey, stop! You to punch them.
Hey, don't touch that, Adrian.
Get him out of here! Oh, too
Too
much
funny, Michael.
fun. Too much fun. Well, if you want to get pelted by Ed with a boxing glove thing a la American Gladiators, you can go check it out yourself at Hidden Temple Toys. Ferocious. What the new hot
That
stuff?
dragon is actually we have him on the wall. I don't know if you've ever seen it. You've probably never seen it because you never
No.
go. But we actually have I don't know if it's life size, but it's pretty large dragon head mounted on
If
the
you had a
wall.
life-size dragon at the store, I don't think would like
Not the whole dragon, just the head.
just the head, just the tip.
Just the head.
Okay,
I think you kept the testicles, Michael.
I have them somewhere in the back.
You call them your dragon eggs.
My dragon eggs, my dragon orbs.
Your orbs.
Besides that, besides your big old dragon head, what other stuff do you guys got in for people?
Oh, we've been getting a lot of really cool stuff in. We got a lot of like the new Capcom figures, Marvel
Gamerverse?
Gamerverse stuff. Yep. We've gotten some new Joe stuff. We've gotten Black Series. Yeah, just a lot of goodies, a lot of fun goodies.
Nice.
Check us out. HiddenTempleToys.com. Scroll through the website, click on what's new, and you can see it all for yourself. You don't need to
Yeah.
hear me tell you.
Let the toys do the talking. Really, we've
There
talked
it
enough.
is.
We talked enough.
We
Exactly.
talk way too much.
Way too
We
much.
should have been out of here like 20 minutes ago.
No, let's just show the toy, talk to toys, and get out of here. We're not done yet. We're almost done, though. Anything you like to show off for the people?
Yeah, one of the things that came in to Hidden Temple Toys that I had to bring home with with me.
Oh, it's at your door.
You should have done that first.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't want to do the segment and then you not have anything.
Oh, I told you I had a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I forgot. New fig smell.
Love that new figure smell.
What do you got?
Since we're talking about Hidden Temple toys, I picked up somebody really cool, and this was a fun one because I got a little bit of all like the major lines this week that I wanted to share with everybody. Number one
Mm.
is someone, Mikey, that I think you might remember from your Utes. It's Dash
Like
Rendar.
Utes. Dash Rendar.
Yeah, this is definitely.
You're
Stop it!
king of
Stop it! You
Stop it, technology.
technology is not helpful.
Hey, you have the face tracker on, so it keeps tracking you. Like,
Oh, that's what it is. Release, Tiny. Oh man, how does this happen?
not the first time you've heard that phrase.
Let me see here.
Are you still? Is Tiny still following you?
I think he's still following me.
Okay, I think you're good now. Bring
I
up
can
that.
never remember the commands. All right,
Let's try it again. There you go. Just leave it there. Leave it there. Don't move it too much. Perfect.
there he is, folks. Dash Rendar.
With dashing glory. What
Anyway, cool
was it?
figure. From the old games.
Yep. Shadows of the
People
Empire.
People really wanted one of these. We're still waiting on our Kyle Katarn. Was it Mike Kyle Katarn?
Carl Guitar.
Carl Catan. Kyle Catan. Everybody really wants that, so hopefully we'll get him next. But we got Dash, so I think we're a little step closer.
Save me one. Save me one of them dash. I love my dash.
Nope.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Secondly, I want to show something off that I'm excited to receive. We saw this bad boy in person when we were at where were we? Yeah,
Wonder.
we were at Toy Fair last year, right?
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Oh, look at that bad boy. Man, it's a
Nice. Where are you going?
Hey, get over here.
Sorry, guys. No,
Nope. Nope.
showing off too much.
It's going down there now.
What are you doing, Tiny?
If you're listening and not watching, Ed has a camera that's become sentient and losing its mind.
It is. I don't really know how to control it.
There you
Anyway,
go.
here it is. The
Right.
snake.
The snack.
The snake. Everybody, this thing is awesome. I actually wanted to open it up to mess with it, but I didn't have time. But this thing looks phenomenal. It's really fun. Which is funny that I didn't even remember this as a kid. I don't remember ever seeing the armor when I was a kid until I opened the store and I picked up some G.I. Joe collections, and I had a couple of them. And I'm like, whoa, these are really cool exosuits. What is this about? And I got like, oh, okay. I never even heard about these. And then they announced the big one. So I was super happy.
There you go. It looks awesome. I've seen some pictures and you could fit some really cool figures in there. So.
Oh, yeah, I know you like to try to fit things in there, Michael.
All right, Tiny.
That's what they call them.
They call it, say, Tiny, release.
Anyway, a couple of the really cool figures I'd like to show, kind of what we're talking about down the line, is Shapeshifter himself, Morph.
More.
What I like to call it, Powder from Powder.
It is Powder. Great movie. It's a great movie.
Don't focus on me.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get Tiny to focus on this.
It's so weird.
There you go, right?
Yeah, you got him.
There it is.
It's
Thanks,
like weird
Tiny.
Phantom of the Opera thing, hiding your face in the shadow.
Anyway, I really wanted a morph. They only did a morph in the VHS line, which I wasn't a huge fan of. And it didn't really go with the other ones I had because of the cell shading. They just I think they took like Cyclops Buck and they used that for this character. And I really like this version because he's much skinnier, he's a little bit smaller, he's more lanky, what you would think a shapeshifter would kind of look like. And and I like the fact that he's not on that same buck. He's on its own buck, so he looks like a
They're
unique.
not in the same book. Get your shit right, all right?
What'd you call me?
I said they.
That's what I said.
I said him.
Who are you talking to, Michael? Anyway, awesome character. Can't wait to add him to my X-Men shelf. But now I want to talk about a particular one that really kind of blew my mind. It's probably one of the best Wolverine interpretations that I've seen. And I have a lot of Wolverines and a lot of different versions of Wolverines, but man, they nailed it on this 97 Logan Wolverine. I mean, wow. I hope that focuses. Um the face sculpt on this Wolverine is by far the best Wolverine head sculpt out of any character any previous release that they've done. It looks like he just fell out of the cartoon.
It's a great one.
He even looks like like right out of the comic book. It's such a good figure, and the classic look, his coat, his yellow plaid. They give him his
Classic pins and the knees.
no, the way they did his claws and everything
No, no,
right out of his
I'm
flesh.
saying it's just like, again, it's like the pins and the knees, just sort of like it's a
Oh,
little
get over it, Michael.
grow up hair and grow up.
No, dude. I mean, you're complaining about pins and knees. It's a freaking awesome figure. And so, like, you can compare it to like the old, like older Wolverines, like this one, and
Oh
like
yeah,
the face just doesn't feel Wolverine-ish.
yeah.
But this one that I just dropped, I probably lost like all his cloth. No, I didn't. I mean that head sculpt.
It's really good. It's
I
really
mean,
good.
it is so cool.
You got a little hair in the chest too.
Yeah, he's
The
got chesticle hair. I mean, if you want a decent Logan figure, this is the one. I got a bunch of them, and nothing compared to this one. So when I saw this one, I'm like, "Yep, that's coming home," because that's the perfect Logan figure
that's
so
coming
far.
home to 90. Yeah,
And yeah, Michael, that's my 2 cents.
that's great, man. Great show, old boy. I love it. Absolutely. Probably don't have anything for yellowing. We got to do some more yellowing stuff eventually. So, I'll-
Nothing new to show you on your neck of the woods.
no, nothing new. Haven't got anything new at
Just that glistening hemorrhoid.
just that. I don't think you want to see that. So
Yeah, it's probably best you keep that under wraps.
let's say that for Figure Down Included after dark. But,
You just keep that lodged in your inflatable donut.
it's really comfy.
I'm sure it is. That's what they make it for.
So if we make it so inflatable. So but yeah, that does it for us. Figure Down Included. Again, I'm going to be out on the floor covering Comic-Con Thursday, Friday, and then some parts during the weekend. If you're going out there, let us know. Let us know in the comments what you liked from the show, or your favorite reveals from WonderFest and New York Comic-Con. Any final predictions before we go for New York Comic-Con 2025?
I don't know. I think there'll be some reveals. I don't think we're going to see as many
Oh.
reveals as we saw during San Diego, but I think we're going to get one or two fun reveals from all the companies. So that I'll be really excited to check out. I don't really have any like
make a prediction. If you had to make a bold prediction, be bold.
ultimate bold prediction.
Yeah.
I think we're finally gonna get a complete set of Time Bandits.
Cool. Okay.
What about you? Do you have one?
Nope.
Okay, well, that was worth it.
Bold prediction. I think Capcom is going to tease a new fighting game.
Okay, I like that. Outside of the toy realm, you went into video games.
I went to video games, which they work together. They coincide.
Oh yeah, I know you love your games.
I love, and I think Ghostbusters. They're gonna possibly go into real Ghostbusters, Hasbro.
Whoa, that'll put a crimp in Mondo's craw.
Because Hasbro is gonna Hasbro. They're gonna be like, okay, what's doing well, and they could maybe they ride the coattails of that. I'm just saying, but it's a bold prediction. I'm just putting it.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, people are in love with the Mondo figures. The people have gotten them. I've heard fantastic things. They look amazing.
Yep.
And but yeah, I think maybe if they say, hey, here we're gonna go real Ghostbusters at a cheaper price point, there might be some pre-order cancellations. I don't know.
Who knows? But yeah, those are my two bold predictions. So real Ghostbusters from Hasbro, and a tease of a new fighting game from Capcom.
Excellent. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes to fruition, right, Michael?
Yeah, we will. We will. I'm excited to see what they're going to have, all the stuff that's included in those type of shows, but how it goes on this show.
No,
Figure.
no, it was. I had it all planned out better. We're gonna be like this. Hey, Michael, so you're gonna grab me some of those great toys from the floor of New York Comic Con, right?
No,
No, you're supposed to say yes,
I'm supposed to say yes.
and then I'm gonna be like, "Are you gonna get it for all our viewers too?" And you're supposed to say,
Oh, okay. This is why we talk about stuff in pre-production as opposed to throwing me a Hail Mary like that.
"Ah, Michael, what am I gonna do with you?"
Well, you can do whatever you want, but for you,
All right,
figures.
ready? Here we go. So, Mike, are you gonna get those for me at New York Comic Con, right? All those exclusive.
Yeah, you know it, dude. It's
Oh,
done.
are you gonna get any for our viewers?
No,
No,
because figures are
figures
not
not
included.
included. Yeah, that would have been really good if we did that right off the bat.
We'll try it again next time. Maybe they won't pay attention. So
We'll never get it right.
we never do. Goodbye.